I will stay at a hostel.
All right, good,
Yeah.
good to hear that. Are you registering for the 28th of maybe February after this? Registering
Uh,
for hostel?
another session?
Another session, 28, right?
Oh no. But what event?
No, all right. Right now, our hostel is
Okay.
actually accepting registrations, appeal.
Oh, I
Yeah, if
see.
you want, if you want to register for hostel, you can do so on 28th of February.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
All right, we
hostel.
have.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Not hostel. I mean, I'm staying with my classmate.
Mm-hmm.
So we staying together. Maybe rent a house or outside the hostel, I think.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, man. All right, thank you so much for sharing with us, Fakrudin.
Oh, welcome.
All right, we have another. How much time? Okay, we
21
should.
seconds.
Yeah, we are over by 23 seconds. So,
Yeah.
yeah, care to introduce us, Rachel?
Okay.
So as for your information, you guys, we are the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and we will host our event. This event is hosted by Microsoft, Microsoft Student Ambassador. So Rachel here is a new
Okay.
Student Ambassador, Microsoft Student Ambassador, which is accepted to be Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador on January, I think, right?
Yes,
And
correct,
yes, and
January.
I was selected to become Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador on last year, August, I think. So yeah, of course. Rachel, can you kick off the event right now?
Yeah, hi everyone. While waiting for the other participants to come in, so let's have a short, some fun games or fun short intro question, so we can get to know how you feel. And yeah, do you feel sleepy or do you feel like a bit, don't know where you are at the middle of the day? So can everyone see my screen?
Yes, of course. I can see that.
Okay, so let me share my screen first. Okay, so how about now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, for those of you, please get ready your device and go to menti.com and key in the code here, which is 2604056 before we kickstart our event. Um,
All
I
right.
will
So
share the link.
yep. Yeah, I already shared it.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Cesario.
Never mind. So if you guys want to interact with this, actually this is a board, a canvas for you guys to express yourself. So please go to the menti.com website and then enter the code itself that are provided in the screen. And yeah, we will know whatever you you feel for today's
Excited.
event. Yeah.
Good.
Good, excited, good.
Excited. They
So
are also,
generic, you guys. You
yeah.
can also like various those things by using emoji or something.
Yeah, you are free to do so with anything.
Oh,
Hungry
hungry.
food, new knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I just wonder what they are hungry for. Is it hungry for knowledge or food?
I
Hmm.
guess it's food, right? Because maybe some of us
Yeah,
haven't had lunch yet.
I guess so.
Yeah, good, good.
So excited.
Excited, good. Hungry, motivated. Is it motivated? This is not a motivation motivation event.
Remember?
Remembered?
Amazing.
What do you mean
Yes.
by remembered?
I guess it's remember this precious moment with
I
us.
think so. Creating a new moment is always
Okay.
an option here at Microsoft.
Sleepy. Yeah, sleepy. They are sleepy.
Yeah. Maybe for those sleepy heads out there, maybe you guys can take some snacks and maybe dine in front of your computer or laptop or iPad, maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe have a stretch up so you don't
Because
feel
one of the
sleepy.
speaker, yeah, is it because I'm handsome?
Maybe.
All right, yeah, of course. Motivated because I am one of the speaker, maybe. Maybe racial because of her beauty.
Maybe. I guess so.
All
Say
right. Okay.
new.
Isekai in new virtual. All right. Those anime weebs out there, you're still here. Thank you so much for attending this event, man. All right. Good. Happy. Where's Isha? Oh, is there someone who actually know me here?
I guess so. There are lots of
Yeah, maybe.
yeah from FNT, right?
Yes, of course. New Hope. I don't understand what is that. New Hope. What hope are you looking?
Create a website, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you want to create you want to hope to create a new website, but never mind.
But stuck a bit. Yeah. So we are
Yeah.
here to help you along
Yeah,
this
of
workshop.
course. Of course. I think that is enough for now. Rachel, can you
Okay.
go to the next question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Azure is good, of course. Azure is always good. Okay, this is just a little sharing with you guys. Okay, I was one of the vice president of Google Developer Student Club in UniKL, and I have been exposed with Google GCP. There are a lot of good things about Google, but like I'm not familiar with the stuff that they are giving to us. So yeah, of course, I think that Microsoft gave us many things, many resources, free resources as well, and yeah, of course, we could learn many things out of that. Okay. Next question, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the when we have this virtual event, we will need to be cautious about the internet connection,
Yeah, of course, of course.
which is yeah. Can you see it?
All right. So this question, all right, if you were to, what is that? Well, may I get link to WhatsApp group? I'm not in the group yet. All right, let me give you the link. Am I an admin?
Yes.
All right. Let me try to assist you to regarding that. Let's say event,
Is it
invite the group via link, copy link. All right. I already sent it.
e-commerce website? So
Okay. Yeah, of course. You can always use that. Later, I will
everything.
show you how to host e-commerce website for absolutely free. All right. So it is very good. Do you have links for this? I've registered before this.
Mm,
Link. Have you checked your email?
it's ready, but I can't access it.
All right, everything, design, explore, portfolio. Yeah, of course. The reason why I
Really?
want you guys to follow this event because I want you guys to create an online portfolio, but beautiful online portfolio. You can see in my website. I will show you my website here in the chat. All right. Right, there are a lot of people who are very interested to see online portfolio of yours, even especially if you are a developer, if you are a programmer, because they want to see your skills displayed online. All right, so those things is actually pretty like the HR people will surely get excited if you have some online portfolio, because that is an effort for you to like apply for jobs or something of that sort. Adventure. I'm not sure what is that mean. Playing around. Yeah, of course. You can always playing around with Azure and also building website. I have some other example of website. So never mind. After this, I will show you after racial session. So make sure that you're not sleepy during my session, because I will be showing you a lot of things. Accessible to everyone. Yes, of course. Microsoft Azure is accessible from anywhere around the world. All right. Like I myself, I am actually an intern at ExxonMobil, and of course, in ExxonMobil, they use cloud. They also use cloud, but with hybrid combination. We have their on-prem server, and also we have the cloud server, which is using Azure. So I saw that they have a lot of productivity. They achieve a lot of productivities by doing so. All right, by transitioning to cloud, they are actually cutting costs. They are actually cutting the people who need to be standby at the local data center, which is very good. Accessible to anyone. Okay, generate revenue. Okay, Microsoft Azure. Yeah, Microsoft Azure can also generate revenue, especially if you are doing some sort of like e-commerce online, and maybe after this, because that website is actually accessible from anywhere around the world. Before this, we need to create a website by using VPS. We need to rent a VPS, which is very, very, very expensive. Damn expensive. Have anyone of you had experiences with Exabyte, with Rocksoft, with GoDaddy, or something of that sort? You will see that those rates are actually very expensive, and you need to pay them annually. So yeah, of course, by using Azure, yeah, you can just absolutely host them for free. All right, for free or maybe nearly free. It depends on your specifications and requirements that are like that I will mention after this. Okay.
Yeah, and
Personal. Yeah.
those who are interested in, want to learn more, you are free to do so by using Microsoft Learn, where
Yeah.
they provide lots of learning path for you to learn whatever topic that you want. Like for example, like because this is just a 1 hour workshop, so we really encourage you to use Microsoft Learn so you can gain more knowledge, like brush up your skills, so you can further upskill and yeah, learn it with passion.
Yeah, good, Rachel. Yes, of course, we can also do that. And I noticed here, create legal anime weep. Oh my god. I wouldn't encourage you guys to do that, but as a weep myself, I'm dying to see more anime websites for free. I believe that anime is supposed to be accessible for everyone. And yeah, of course, that is based on my own personal opinion. Moderate, playing around, cost free. Yeah, of course, it can be free and it can be pricey. So it depends on your requirement and specifications itself. And I notice, I can't help but to notice, encrypt without loopholes. Yes, of course, Microsoft Azure is one of the safest cloud service provider, because yeah, of course, they have a lot of security. All of that I will just explain it in my session after Rachel present herself. All right, because in
Okay.
Azure we have the cloud model, the cloud service model, which is IaaS, SaaS, and also PaaS. So if you want to use, there are three in an Azure, we can host website three-way, right? But later I will definitely um, explain it to you.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
so let's get started because it's already
Yeah, 12
12.
minutes. Sorry for the
Yeah,
long explanation.
it's okay. It's fun to
All
listen
right.
to what you say.
All right. Good.
So,
I think we
okay.
should start right now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. So, greetings to everyone. So, today we are going to host our workshop with the name of Building and Hosting Website on GitHub and Microsoft Azure. So, I'm Rachel Chak, and with my partner is Cesario. So, I'm going to take the part for GitHub. So let me introduce myself first. Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Chak and I just joined Microsoft Learn since ambassador this year and I studied electronics engineering. So because of I love to use I love to look at those designing of the website. Therefore, that is where I start my journey to use GitHub and hosted my personal website since last year. So you can have a look of my website. this is just basically using a simple HTML, which is not so difficult. So maybe some of you like already getting excited about it, like, you know, how can I build it? Like, is it very difficult? But well, maybe some of you will feel okay, it's simple because most of you are from a technical background, but not to forget about those who are from non-technical background. So this workshop, which will have a very guided way for you to learn how to build your website by using GitHub pages. Okay, so I pass this to Cesario for his introduction.
All right,
Cesario?
so yeah, you guys have already heard I'm rambling and ranting just now. So my name is Muhammad Cesare Shah bin Zakaria. I know that my name is very intricate. You can just call me Shah or Iril. Yeah, either way, it's fine by me. So I am a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador at Beta Milestone, and I am also a Microsoft Certified Trainer. You can see all those badges down my name and titles. It is actually Microsoft certifications. Microsoft sponsored us for certifications. So those are the badges that I gained from Microsoft. All right. So if you guys want to follow my daily life, my boring daily life, you can just follow my Instagram at SZRLSH. And if you guys want to see my online portfolio, you guys can see at the website there, www.cesaresha.online. I believe that I have already shared that. Yeah, I guess. And yes, of course, if you are interested to become Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, you can just contact me or Rachel, and we will guide you to become that. Because we have new cohort after this. So yeah, feel free to come to us. And right now, believe it or not, I wore the Student Ambassador T-shirt. Okay, this is from Microsoft. Okay, so Rachel should be very jealous because she didn't get
Okay.
hers yet. So yeah, of
Yes.
course, we can go to the next slide.
Okay.
Thank you, Rachel.
Welcome. So, maybe some of you wonder what tools we are going to use to build the website. So, before I go deep into GitHub pages, let me show you the agenda for my section today. So, I will introduce you what is GitHub, GitHub pages, Markdown language, YML, and after that, we'll do a hands-on session. Then we have a small surprising activity with you need to use a device. Okay, so have anyone have any idea what is GitHub? Or because based on the survey we did, you guys have heard of GitHub. So can anyone free to use the chat to say what is GitHub? Maybe I'm free to learn from all of you. Yeah.
Repository control,
Yes, correct.
or keep tracking your version, your software version, your previous
Mm-hmm.
software version.
Okay. How about others? Any idea what is GitHub?
Yeah.
Sorry?
GitHub providing
Okay. Can you come
Yes.
again?
Yeah. We can't
Yeah.
really hear you.
GitHub providing online hosting.
Yes. Okay. So let me define some of it based on what I do the research. So you can see there are three icons here. So those who have answered it, what is GitHub? Yes, you are correct. So GitHub is basically a development platform to host and review your code. And it has more than 56 million developers. So for those of you today who have signed in or a new user who is going to sign up, you are going to be one of the developer, okay? So next. So what is GitHub pages? Anyone have any idea about it? What is GitHub pages? Is it like have any connection with GitHub? Anyone? You are free to do answer it.
Yes.
Sorry.
You come again? We can't really hear
Yeah,
you.
come again. And
Yeah.
others, you are free to do so by, typing on the chat. There's no
Yes.
correct or wrong because we are learning. And yeah, if it's wrong or, if it's partially correct, it's okay. We are here to guide you along this workshop.
Right. So
Okay.
there are
Multiple
52 people,
pages are
right?
created already.
Yes.
Repository created. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Anyone? We have 52 people, approximately 52 people here
Yeah.
joining us in the live stream. So if you guys have any insights on what is GitHub page, you guys can just drop off some of your comments in the chat section, or maybe you can just unmute your mic.
Yeah, you are free to do so. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to explain it. What is GitHub Pages? So when we heard of GitHub Pages, we will need a repositories. Okay, for those of you who have not used GitHub before, GitHub Pages with a repository is basically like, okay, this repository is basically like a container. I'm so sorry about my, ugly drawing. Okay, this is like a container. And inside this container, it stores lots of different files like code and PDF, different file formats. You are free to do so. Yeah. So it is basically like a container where it stores different things. Then next it will be, let me erase it first. Okay, after that, we are going to use, after having a repository, they will be having a Jekyll with the theme. Okay, after with the combination of repository and Jekyll theme, your website will be published with a targeted URL. So this is the example of what I did before this workshop. This is a simple version of the website. So do anyone have any questions, like, a bit lost on where we are now? You are free to do so by putting your questions on the chat. Anyone?
Yeah, I guess you can just leave it there, leave it at that, and then just proceed with the slides. All right. So
Okay.
if any of the participants want to drop off some comments and you are unaware of it, I will make sure that you are attend to it.
Yeah, thanks, Cesario.
All right,
So
good.
next. Okay, basically after we create the repository with enabling the GitHub pages, there will be two file formats. So the first one will be a markdown, MD, which stands for date. So you can see there are a lot of syntax here. You can see there's this header 1, header 2. Maybe some of you like, because you have the knowledge about it, then it is easier for you. But for those of you who just get to know what is markdown, I will show you along after during the hands-on session. So markdown is a language that is very simple without using those syntax like HTML, and it is a plain text format. What do I mean by plain text format is basically just basic simple sentence. Therefore, this is very human friendly. What do I mean by human friendly is it is very approachable for everyone, even those beginners that started to learn how to build the website. Okay. And Markdown is, can we say, like, it's a styling tool for you to add image and make a list of it. And another second file format will be YML, which stands for YML front matter. So what this content contains is the metadata of a file. So when we are going to have our website, we will have Jekyll theme, right? So the Jekyll theme will be inside this file. And you can see there are two different themes here. And two different teams will be up to your preference, like which teams you want to choose based on your preference. So now we are going to hands-on session. May I know how many of you haven't signed up the GitHub or Microsoft Azure account?
Me.
Okay. Anyone else? Others? Okay. 4, 5. Okay. 7.
So actually, if you guys haven't signed up yet, yes, of course, that is a great thing. But you are always welcome to sign up to either GitHub or Azure. If you guys want to enjoy benefits for students, we can give you the instructions. So in Azure, we have Microsoft Azure for students. So you will be given 150 US dollar cloud credit so that you can create other project. You can always use the extensive tools in Microsoft Azure. But yeah, of course, you need to have student verification. First of all, you will need to have your ID, your student ID, and then also you will need to provide your academic transcript so that they can validate your student status. All right, same goes with GitHub, but the validation itself, it's pretty long. I think it takes around 1 month. I myself,
Right, 1
personally,
month.
personally, I did that last month, and I haven't get the verifications yet from GitHub. So yeah, of course, you can always do that. But if you failed, but if for some reason the Azure student doesn't get to validate you, you can always come to me to request for a code. I can give you that code so that you can access all of the Azure for free, all of the
Resources.
Azure resources
Yeah.
for free. Yes, of course. So yes, of course. Continue with what you want to say, Rachel.
Yeah, okay. So I've looked at it, like many of, just some of
Can
them
you
have
share
a
a Microsoft Azure link?
Yes.
Microsoft Azure link. Okay.
All right. Let me share it.
Yeah, you share it. Okay, so those of you who haven't have a GitHub account, I'm here to help you along. So, okay, let me open the private window first. So you need to go to GitHub. Okay, GitHub. Okay, so you can see you have come to the home page of GitHub. So what you need to do, you need to click on this sign up button. So in order for you to create your account, you need a unique username. Like for example, you can type, like for me, I will type Rachel 21. Yeah, and if your username has been, it's available, then it shows a green tick here. Okay, after that, you will need any email address that you would like to use to create your account. Okay, everyone can follow, right? If I'm too fast, you are free to, free to stop me so I won't be too fast. Okay, if no, I guess everyone is signing up. So after using your email address, you will need to have a password, of course. And you are free to do, like, do you want them to send you any email products? Okay, then you will need to do a verification. After everything has been filled up, you will need to click on the create account button. Okay, and please let me know for those of you who have just complete the sign up process so I can continue for the next part. Okay. Shucks, do you have any problem?
Yep.
No.
What is it?
No, not. I'm sorry, not Shah. It's
All right.
the
Okay.
the guest, our participant, Shah. He's raising
Shah
his hand.
DK
Yeah.
474. Yeah.
Do you have any problem? And yeah,
Hong Yipo. Right.
Hong Yibo. So everyone has already have your GitHub account. Am I right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so if everyone have the account, so I'm going to proceed the next step. Okay. So when you have the account, what you will have is basically something like this. Okay, so remember when you want to host a website, what we need is repository for us to store any files that we want. So we click on this new button. So for this repository name, you are also free to put any name that you want. Like for example, I want to put this Turbo Googles. Okay, then your repository name will be created, and there will be, asking you whether you want this repository to be public or private. I always advise people to be in public because this will be convenient, like for those who are interested in your repository, your website, they are free to look at it. Okay, so make sure it is a public one. And when it comes to initialize this repository with do you want to add a readme file? Okay, what is a readme file? Readme file is something for you to type to have a description for your project. So I also encourage all of you to do it because it will be easier for those who want to know what is the project about. Okay, then all is okay. Then I click on create repository. Okay. So when you have created this, you will see this is the one, the username, and this is the repository name that you have created. Okay, basically there are only one file. So we won't, we will go into this one. And so for you to edit the file, what you need to do is you will click on this pencil button. Okay, so because it is a bit don't know where to start for those who have not used markdown language before or just new to GitHub. So this hashtag, which stands for a header, the size of the font. So there are basically 6 font size from H1 to H6. What do I mean by H1 to H6 is you can see there's a difference of the size format.
I just want to interject. Can I interject for some
Sure.
space? All right, okay, good.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
this is actually like you are using HTML tag, right? So in HTML we use the hashtag, right? So hashtags is actually H1, H2, H3, H4 is actually a tag. So it's just the same one as the markdown language. So if you guys have any other experiences hosting your website, creating your website by using HTML, I think that you have no other problems by using this. All right. So yes, of course, continue, Rachel.
Yeah, so you can see there's a difference of the font size, like what Suzara say. It is the similar like HTML, the syntax. So if I just want to type something simple like this. And for you to see any changes for your code, you will need to click on the preview changes before we make sure that this repository, the content, is published. Okay, so after we have made sure everything is fine, what we need to do, okay, after viewing it, the changes, we will click on the commit changes. So this one is the one that I have changed it. Okay, so but this one you don't have any targeted URL at you don't have any website, website URL link. So what you need to do, you need to go to settings. You go to GitHub pages. Okay, for the source, make sure you have pressed on this main branch. Okay, then you need to choose a theme. There are lots of themes here, so you are free to choose what you like. Like there are 12 themes here, if I'm not mistaken. So for me, like I prefer this slate theme. So I will click on this and I click on the select theme. Okay, and okay, you will see there will be two files here. So from index.markdown and config.yml. Like what I mentioned in the slides is the config.yml, it stores the theme of the website. For this case is slate for me, okay? Then it will be the index.markdown for you to upload like whatever you want. But before we go into edit, what I want to show you here is you go back to setting, then you come to this GitHub pages. You will see this green box which shows that your site is published at this link. So let's click on the link and have a look what happened to this. So you can see this is, we have our username and our repository name. So see, this is quite simple for you to host your website. So, and maybe some of you guys want to host your website like putting the projects, what you do for your school years or what you want to sell in this page. So how you are going to change? You are going to change the content by going to your repository. Okay, then you go to index.markdown. Okay, so you can see there are they have already provided some reference for you. Like for this is the one that I mentioned just now, which is the size of the form with the hashtag. Okay, and you can also create a bulleted list and a number list and the bold font, bold style size. Okay. Okay, let me show you what I did. Okay. So for some of you, like you guys want to showcase your project, right? So what you can do is basically this is a reference of it and I need to do some modification. So you can see like how can I add an image and how to embed the link which will direct me to where I want. So we go back to the index.markdown. Okay, for your case, right, you just need to remove all the things inside your repository. Click on this index.markdown. So for you to change it, you need to click on this pencil button. Okay. So basically, what we want is to create a comfortable, simple website. So I would advise you to not delete this because it will be useful for you to refer back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it under it. So like for example, you can do it like welcome to my website. And if you want the smallest size of the font, you are free to do so by using 6 hashtag. That be careful of the syntax, because when you are not leaving the space in between the hashtag and the text, it will become something like this. You can see it does not show what you want. So this is not the result that we want. Okay, please make sure that there's a space in between the hashtag and the text. Okay. We also do like number list. Like I want to put it like my project and feel free to have. So this will create a number list of it, you can see. And if you want to create a bulleted list, what you're going to do is you're going to use a dash. It is the same thing. Okay. Yeah, for this, it is the same thing. Okay, so what is next for you to show what you want to have? So if maybe some of you like will be curious, like how can I embed a link or embed an image inside here? What you need to do, you will need to have a square bracket. Okay, like if I want to embed the link, right? So embed the link, what I need to do is okay. And a round bracket, and click on the source I want. Like for my case, it will be this one, the link that I want to embed. So okay. And you can see I have already embedded the link. So if you are wondering like whether this link can be embedded, you can click on it and try and see. But please make sure you click on the open link in new tab, because we have not saved the repository yet. Okay, so yes, this has successfully directed us to the link that we want. Okay, then you may be curious like how to add image. So the image will be the same thing, but there's a very special case that happened to image, because when yesterday I tried to embed the image, something happened. So maybe some of you like you want to embed the image. We take it from here. Then I click on this one. I click on copy image link. Okay, and please don't forget the round bracket, the closing of it. Okay, then you will see there is the image does not appear because this is not embedding the image. Can anyone tell me why this the image cannot be appear? Anyone have any idea? Anyone? You're free to say what you want.
First capital letter.
Capital letter, no. Okay, anyone? Anyone else?
Because I think for this syntax, it actually define the link only.
Okay. Okay, so what is lack when we want to embed the image is we are lack of one thing, which is the exclamation mark. So let's see whether this can show the image or not. So we will click on the preview changes button. Yes, so remember the difference between embed the link and embed the image is different, okay? So the difference is here, the exclamation mark. So please be cautious about it. And last time when I did this, I was also messed up because, yeah, I missed out this one. And make sure everything is, you know, don't miss out, because if not, it will not show what you want. Okay, so, but of course, when you have your project portfolio, what you have is not the image, you know, the images from internet, right? So those images are usually from your computer, from your personal folders, right? Am I right? Or some of you just copy and paste from the internet? Yes, okay. Okay, so basically what we have is the images of a portfolio is something that is very personal. So what we are going to do, because we can't just copy and paste from the Google image, right? So for me to show you how to do it, we click on the, okay. And for this part, right, I would suggest you to delete it because maybe it is quite confusing for now. Then click on the commit changes button. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, I look at there are some questions here from Guy and Diana. Are there any codes that can allow reader comment on our website? That having, okay, are there any codes that can allow reader comment on our website? Yes. Okay, I show you later. Okay, how we are going to add the image from our computer is what we are going to do. I'm going to go to my file explorer. Like for this workshop, I have already preloaded my image folder. So what I will do is I will need to drag this. Okay, sorry. It's supposed to go to your repository first. Okay, then you go to images. Okay, then you will see the files are uploaded into your repository. Then make sure that don't forget to click on the commit changes. Commit changes is basically like you save something, okay? So you click on it, then you will see your folder of image will appear here. Okay, then for you, like to choose, like I want to put this code1.jpg image into my index.markdown file so I can showcase it. So what you need to do, you need to click on the image that you want, you go right click it, then you copy the link, then you go back to your repository, then go back to your index.markdown. Okay, and for you, remember that I told you for you to edit your file, you need to click on this pencil button. Okay, so I just wonder, like, you know, do you know whether it is going to be the same thing like this from copy from the internet, or we are going to have a different syntax? Anyone know how to you know, give a comment about it? Anyone? Is it the same thing that we are going to have like this? Okay, it seems like
I don't think so.
you don't think so.
Yeah.
That means you are saying that it is the same thing like this.
Yeah, it can be, it can differ actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so for this case, it is the same thing, but the difference is, so remember whenever whenever you want to embed the image, what we need to do, exclamation mark, a square bracket, and the alt text. Okay, this text will not be shown in the image because this is not visible for us. So this one will be the link that I want to paste. Okay, and something, oh sorry, there's, need to go to my image file first. So right click, copy the link and go back to this one. Okay, then you will see your image can be shown here. But there's something very weird happen. So let me show you what is the something very weird. Commit changes. Okay, your website will need to wait for like 1 minute to refresh it. So, okay. Okay, so some of you have questions. Okay. Okay, let me show you what I mean by a very weird thing happened. Okay, so you can see when I use that embed link, right, there's this image. This image cannot be shown. So anyone have any idea like how can we show this image? I know some of you are
Just remove
from...
the exclamation mark, I think.
No.
So how do we display the image?
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to add this one. Okay, I show to you. We are lack of this one, which is the question mark raw equals to true. Because without this, right, we can't appear online. But for this case, even without the question mark raw, we can still show here, but not at the website that we want. So of course, when we want to have a website, you see there's this cannot be shown, so there's an error here. So what you need to do is you will need to have this one, and make sure it is behind your file format, image file format. Okay, so we can have a look on it. Okay, so to save our time, I will show it to you later because it takes some moments for us to reload the page. So far, anyone have any questions about the website? If no, I'm going to proceed to our next session because we are running out of time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If you guys have any other question, you can just maybe ask here, or maybe after you want to ask for question in the Q&A session.
Yeah.
At the
Okay.
end of my session.
Yes. So some of you like you are free to get ready for this.
We have
For
a question
this.
from Diana. She said she
How
asked, how about the website icon? Can we change it?
what? Okay.
Do you
What
mean
do you?
web icon?
Yeah. Okay.
Webicon.ico, right?
The black cat. Okay. Oh, because of that one cannot be changed. Do you mean by this one? This one? Is it? icon, the black cat. So Diana, sorry for misspelling the name. Is it this one? On pages, I guess. Okay.
I mean like
Hmm.
if you can see the page Microsoft PowerPoint, you can see the
Microsoft.
P. I mean that P and the circle that in orange mode. That one. Like Kahoot, it will appear K and the
Oh,
question
okay.
mark,
You mean
and
the
Outlook with that icon.
profile picture, right?
Profile.
Yeah. That one can be changed in your profile. You mean by this one, right? Am I right?
No. The fab icon. I don't think the
Yeah, this
fab
one
icon
cannot
can be
be
changed, right?
changed. Yeah, cannot be changed.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we go to Kahoot. Get ready your device. And yeah, to refresh your mind, maybe some of you just focus on your website. Okay.
So feel free to join in the Kahoot session. Because we will be collecting your understanding on what Rachel has presented herself just now. And after the Kahoot session, we will jump into my session. So feel free to answer the question before we go to the next session. All right.
Yeah.
Link Kahoot. Where is the
Okay.
link for the Kahoot session? Yes.
Wait, okay. Kahoot. Okay, I've sent it. 15, 16. We have total of 1, 2. Okay.
T. Who's T? And we have people Sabah, Sharifah,
Yeah.
Zubair, Drape, Sophie, Ellie. Wow, so many people joining us for this evening session.
Mm,
I know that you guys are you guys really sleepy at this time because I'm really sleepy right now. But yeah, for the sake of hosting events for you guys, we are willing to stay our eyes open for this. All right.
yes. Okay.
H square
Square
Weaves as us.
SS.
How many people are we having here?
I
43,
guess we have total of
48 people.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
48
going down
people.
right now. Right.
No, still the same.
Yeah.
47. Yeah. No.
Because last time I count it's
Mm,
52, right?
mm,
Or
I'm
miss.
not.
Yeah.
I didn't notice about that.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Okay.
37 people.
Okay. Should we?
I think we should start now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what is the easiest way to build your website in GitHub? The easiest way. Yeah. I've just mentioned this now. Okay. CSS. Okay, CSS is a styling tool, not really like it is something that you need to combine with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS for you to build your website. Okay, so next, HTML.
Yeah. I'm glad that most of you get it right.
Yeah. Okay.
So going to the next question.
Okay, what is MD stands for? Is it McDonald, like the one that you eat when you're having a party, or markdown, markup, or mat? Okay, mat. Okay, are you mad at, are you mad at this question? Okay,
Yeah.
McDonald.
Yeah,
Okay.
markup is actually HTML. It is a hypertext markup language. So it differs from. It is actually similar to MD, right? But yeah, it's just the like the syntax is just slightly different from each other.
Okay.
All right, is that all? Okay, we
Yeah,
have
that's all.
another. Oh, no, we don't have any
Lips.
other question.
No, just 2 questions.
Yeah,
Sabah.
good,
Okay. And
nice.
A.
Yeah, thank you to these 3 guys for being
Okay.
attentive. All
So
right.
that's all for my session. I will pass to Cesario.
Yep, we have another question from Mei Shin
Yes.
Choi. Is it
Miss.
possible to add CSS and JavaScript to the index.md?
I've not tried it before because, yeah, I've not tried it before. Maybe you can have a look on it, because basically what I use for my website, right, is something, I just use HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. Yeah, maybe you can have a try on index.markdown. Okay, I will unshare it.
All right. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
All right, cool. Cool. All right. So yes, thank you for staying at my session because most people, including me, is going to be sleepy. But let's hope that you guys don't sleep in my session because I am very serious person. I am very funny person. No, I'm just self-proclaiming myself as a funny person. No, it's not. So in my session, I will just now Rachel already taught you guys on how to host your website on GitHub, but those GitHub lacks versatility, lacks modularity. You can't really change a lot of things. But in Microsoft Azure, you can use the HTML files that you were creating before, and then migrate all of those web pages to the Microsoft Azure. And I will explain to you in theory first before we go down to the demonstration session. But yeah, as we goes along in the session, you will see how are we going to host the website on Azure. So no need introductions because I have introduced myself before this. So let's get started. Okay, so you guys, have you guys known the term cloud before, right? Because I don't know, before this I don't have any ideas. Before I joined Microsoft, before I joined Google, I haven't even know what is the concept of cloud. What is cloud actually, you guys? Can you guys maybe share with me what do you understand about cloud? Do you have any other responses here?
It's a repository archive.
No, that is more to like GitHub. That is more like GitHub more than what we have in Azure. Azure is actually
Storage. Yeah, some
yeah,
of them say storage.
storage is one of the resources in cloud. So imagine that cloud is a resources, a lot resources, right? So you can host your VM there. You can always store your data there. We have a lot of functionalities by using cloud. All right, you can also connect your data like from another VM to another VM. So all of that is actually using cloud, even though you are using cloud right now in Microsoft Team. All of that services is actually hosted in the cloud. Netflix, Spotify, all of that is actually existing in cloud. All right, so those CSP, those people who use those people who own Netflix or Spotify, they will rent resources online, like especially from these top three cloud service provider, which is Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and also AWS, Amazon AWS. I'm sure that you guys have already heard of these three companies, right? So these three are the top companies that provide cloud solution to you guys. All right. So what are the advantages of using cloud? Actually, it is high availability, especially when you are using availability zone in Microsoft Azure. All right. And then it is fault tolerance, disaster recovery. You can always replicate your data from different region. All right. And you can store your data across the world, even though you are staying in Malaysia, but you can also replicate your data in India or in Japan or in the US, in the Ukraine, or anywhere around the world. All right. And then it is cost effective. It is much more cheaper to rent the resources in the cloud rather than having to rent the VPS, virtual private server, which is far more expensive. Seriously. I am a website administrator, website developer before. So my clients always complain about this, always complain about VPS, about the other things that, like underlies with that. Because VPS, if you are renting a VPS, the technician or the engineers, the IT engineers that are assigned in the to the VPS will like have a lot of things in their hand, right? So by using Microsoft, by using Google Cloud Platform, Amazon AWS, they can, like you can have, you can be assured that your data is safe, and there is reduced downtime. Microsoft promised to us that they will give 99.999% of availability of your data and your resources online. So yeah, feel free to check the Microsoft Learn to know more. So yeah, this is the cloud service model. Like I said earlier, we have IaaS, we have PaaS, and also software as a service, SaaS. What are the things that you're saying, Shah? This is very ridiculous. I don't know.
Complicated.
Yeah, this is very
Very
complicated.
complicated.
Yeah, of course. I know that some of you guys might be new to these terms. All right. So imagine that you have one data center. So you will need to buy a server, right? You will need to buy a storage. You will need to buy a machine, a computer, many computers. So those things requires money and maintenance, and then workforce in order for them to maintain the devices. All right. But if you are using cloud, right? If you don't want to host a data center online, if you don't want to host a data center, you can always opt for cloud. All right. In infrastructure as a service, you can give Microsoft access to Microsoft to manage your data, manage your resources, manage your hardware requirements for your clients or for your business need. So you just need to focus you just need to focus on your OS, middleware, runtime, data application. You just need to specify the OS. You need to specify the application that you are installing in the OS, and also you can develop your app solution inside of that without ever having to think about the hardware requirements, right? And that is the IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Microsoft is giving their hardware to you guys, all right, to rent. All right. And then we have the concept of PaaS, platform as a service. All right. So you can see here from runtime to networking, all of this is Microsoft managed. So you don't really need to think about that anymore. You just need to focus on your applications and data. Let's say, for example, if you are a developer, a DevOps people, you will just need to manage the application and data. Some example of PaaS is SQLDB, Azure Function, and also the static website, the Azure static website that we are going to see after this. And then the SaaS, software as a service. I know that you guys already used this before, such as Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, or Gmail. All of that is SaaS. All of the elements here, application and also application to networking, is actually managed by Microsoft managed by Google, managed by Spotify, managed by Netflix. So you don't really need to manage anything. You just need to relax and enjoy the services that are provided by the CSP. All right. So if you guys have any other questions regarding this, feel free to drop your question in the comment section, and Rachel will
Yeah,
will
I will assist you
yeah
if
will
I can
assist you
answer.
if you know the answer. If not, just
Yeah.
redirect the answer the question to me. All right. So there are three ways of hosting websites on Azure. All right. We have IaaS, PaaS, and IaaS and PaaS. So um, like what we have with Rachel teaching us just now, it is actually SaaS, software as a service. You just need to, like create that kind of particular markdown files and then host it in the GitHub pages. All right. So in Azure, you can either use three method of deploying your website. First of all, IaaS. So by using IaaS, you need to set up a VM. All right, so those VM will become your web server, and then in the web server, you can just install the operating system, Windows operating system, or maybe Linux operating system. If you want to host your website in Windows, you need to install IIS, but it is actually pre-installed in the Windows server, in my opinion. And then we have Linux operating system. In Linux operating system, you can always use NGINX engines or Apache. So it depends on you guys, but this is the most expensive option that I could give to you. All right, and then we have PaaS. Of course, you can always host your WordPress, WordPress or Magento in Azure. All right, but it will cost you a little bit money. All right, and if we have time, I will show you how to do this. I don't think we have time, but yeah, maybe I will see the demand on the comment section. If you guys want it, just drop off comments on the chat section so that I will proceed with that, because we are running out of time. So PaaS, storage content. This is where I'm going to explain to you guys. This is absolutely free. If you guys have trial accounts or Azure for student, you can always use this. All right, let's just jump to the next section. So Azure Storage, why do I need to explain about Azure Storage? Azure Storage is actually a container, like Rachel taught to us just now, GitHub. All right, so this GitHub, we have the repository, right? The repository is actually representing containers in Azure. It is absolutely the same thing, right? But it is actually like you can put blobs in there. So what is blob? Blob is actually your files, your data, your videos, your baby pictures, your mother's pictures, your mother's videos, your mother's anniversary. So those things are called blob, and it is actually stored in Azure container. All right. And then the other services that Azure Storage provides us is Azure Files. If you are familiar with Windows deployment, you will, like I myself, I passed the Windows 10 examinations from Microsoft. I learned more about file sharing. Those file sharing is actually, like they are using SMB port in order to share files online by connecting to the file server, and then those files will be accessible to the end user by using Windows 10. And then Azure Table. Azure Table is a no SQL solutions for you guys, such as Microsoft Excel, .csv, and those. There will be no SQL involved, SQL command involved. And then we have Azure Queue. This one is actually pretty. I don't know what this is for, but what I have heard from the developers, they're using this in order to uh, block the incoming data from the front end server to the back end server, so that the back end server can process more requests on this, especially if you are using an e-commerce website. If you are hosting an e-commerce website, you will need to isolate between the backend server and front end server. Those front end server will accommodate all those requests, and then Azure queues. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Azure queues will store all of the data, and then if the backend server is not clogged, then the Azure queue will push the data to the backend server so that, yeah, of course, they can proceed with the transactions. All right, so these are the storage account kind. Why do I need you guys to know this? Because this affects the theory. This affects your pricing option. All right, either you want to pay more or you want to pay for less. All right, so you can see here supported tiers. We have standard tiers and also premium tiers. Standard tiers, you will be assigned a HDD hard disk drive assigned to you, right? If you're using standard tiers, but if you're using premium, you will be assigned an SSD. All right, so it depends. Okay, so what is LRS, GRS? We will look into it. But for now, if we want to host our website, the most compatible option will be storage version 2 because it supports many things. This storage version 2 supports up to 5 petabyte of data. That is 5,000 terabytes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. All right, 500 terabytes. Okay.
Yes.
For storage version 1, it will only support up to 500 terabyte, which is, yeah, this is for legacy deployment, right? The storage itself doesn't support the modern deployment that storage version 2 has to offer. So as for the replication strategies, we have LRS, ZRS, GRS. Yeah, of course, all of this is very complicated. So what I want you to know is LRS, your data will be replicated 3 times in a data center. While if you are using ZRS, the Microsoft will replicate your data to 3 different data center in a region. All right. In Microsoft Azure, we have the concept of region, we have the concept of availability zones, we have the concept of geographical location. So geographical location is the country that you are living. All right, in a geographical location, you can also have many regions, as many as 5, as many as 3, 4 region. It depends on Microsoft collaborations with the local government there. All right, so what I'm saying here, ZRS is the most highly available storage options for you guys. All right, if you want to make it to the next level, you can always replicate that to another region. All right, another region such as Japan or also Canada, America, Australia, or whatever. All right, but the geo-redundant storage is the data itself will be replicated 3 times by using LRS, which is not highly available, right? And then the bad thing is your replicated data from the other region will not be accessible to you. All right, so that is very, like, it is not high available at all. All right. But Microsoft came with the solution to that, which is by providing RAGRS. But you need to pay significant amount of money in order to access your data simultaneously. All right, from both region. All right, maybe from 3 region, from 4 region, you need to pay significant amount of money. So please take note of this before you are hosting your website online. Okay, and then we have GeoZone redundant storage. This is actually a solution for you guys for the GRS one, right? So this is not replicated by using LRS. It will be replicated by using ZRS. So those 3 availability zones in the other regions that we want to replicate the data will be replicated by using ZRS option. So but in GZRS, you will not have access to the other replicated data. All right, but if you want to do so, you need to change to the RAGZRS replication strategies, replication option, so that you can, maybe replicate. You can access your data from the different region. Okay, I guess I will see. Do they have any other question?
No,
Like
so far no.
all right, good. Okay, thank you. So this is the most important thing. All right, when you are creating your storage account, you need to take you need to be mindful about this thing, about your URL, right? You don't want your URL to look bad. All right, so we need in hosting. If you want to host a website by using a container in Microsoft Azure, you will need to create a storage account, and that is very, very important, right? Your name of the storage account will determine your your URL, right? So you need to be mindful of this. Okay, I don't think that we are going to go through this. All right, so let's go for demo. I know that you guys are dying to see the demo things from me. So what are the requirements that you need to prepare? First of all, you need to have an Azure account and subscription. If you don't have the subscription, if you don't have any account from Azure, please make one. And then if you can't if you can't pass the verification, the student verification, come to me. I will give you a code so that you can enjoy creating your website for 1 year, I think so. And then you need to have a storage account after that, and HTML files, of course. Later, I will show you how to do that. Let me try to escape this presentation mode. Can I escape this presentation mode? Yeah, of course. Okay, so here we are in the Microsoft Azure portal. So if you are not familiar with Microsoft Azure, just go to portal.azure.com, and then if you don't have any accounts yet, then you just need to create an account. But for the sake of demonstration, I will just skip on the registration part because we don't have any time left. So first of all, just click on the storage account. Okay, storage account option. But if you don't really know how to find it, you can always utilize the search bar here. I always use this. This is very convenient for me. So search for storage account. It will definitely appear in the search field. All right, click on that, and then you will be redirected to this. So I have 3 other previous storage account, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to create new for you guys, right? So wait a little bit. This might take long for you depending on your internet connections, but yeah, of course. So first of all, you need to create a resource group, all right? But if you don't have one, you can just create new resource group, all right? I want to name my resource. What is resource group actually? Resource group, okay, so you need to familiar yourself with the term resource group, resources, management groups, and also subscription. So I have already prepared for you guys the resources for that. So in Azure, we have management group, subscription, resource group, and resources. Your account, when you sign up for account, that is the management group account for you. You are the service administrator. You are the global administrator and the owner for that many subscription. If you get the Azure student subscription, you will be assigned to this one subscription, right? And in one subscription, there can exist many resource group. So those resource group is what hold your storage account, what hold your blobs, what hold your VM, and maybe the networking part, or maybe the security part, or maybe you want to use the Azure Active Directory features and functionalities. So those things is very, very important. You need to really go through the articles that I have given to you to understand more. So I want to create a resource group in this demonstration. Let's say, for example, I want to create website test SHA. All right, click on OK. So I have a new resource group. This resource group will be generated after this, but never mind. After this, we just go through the setup process first. So the storage account name just now, like I said, this is what will appear in your URL, right? So you need to be mindful of this URL. You don't want that to be maybe skyrocket z97.blob.co.windows.net. We don't want that because that is very ugly, right? So what do we want to use? That is actually a former URL. Let's say, for example, for the sake of this presentation, I want to create webmls as my storage account name. All right. And for this location, if you want lower latency, if you want other people to access your website from, like from overseas, and then you don't want any latency, you can assign this storage account to the nearest one. Okay, from them. But I want you guys to to see this website, to see my website that I'm going to create after this. So I am just going to click on Southeast Asia SEA. All right, because that is the closer to the end user, to you guys, right? And then, like I said earlier, standard and premium, it is just a matter of HDD and also SSD, storage version 2, read access during. Okay, so this is the very I don't know, this is the priciest one. Okay, but if you you can see that if you are going to standard performance, you have many options to select from this, right? But if you are on premium performance, you will be stuck with LRS, only LRS, right? Because SSD is very, very expensive. Okay, so but never mind. For the standard, for the HDD that Microsoft use premium level HDD. All right, so never mind. It may have a slightly performance degradations from compared to premium, but yeah, it's the same one practically. Okay, so click on networking. All right, so if you want to prohibit people from, you know, like some specific people from around the world, you don't want your mother to access your website, you don't want your father to access your website. I don't know, maybe because you have your baby pictures inside of that, you don't want them to see your website that contains your baby pictures. You can click on the private endpoint and then click on add. All right, so and then place their IP address here, and then they will not be able to access your website. All right, for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to leave it as is. Data protection, I don't think so. All right, so these are many advanced things in Azure storage, but I want you guys to focus on this thing, blob access tier. So we have two access tier, which is cool and also hot access tier. So hot access tier will give you will charge you based on your storage, okay, that you are storing in the cloud. Let's say, for example, you have 10 gig of data. They are specific pricing that they are going to charge you. Let's do hot and cool tier Azure. Okay, so there are specific pricing option that Microsoft charge you based on that. All right, so yeah, I will give you this link. Okay, so feel free to see. Okay, but yeah, there's the differences. We have cool one, the cool option, the cool pricing tier here will charge you based on your access frequency. All right, if you access your data frequency, go for hot blob access tier. All right, if you don't want to access your data frequently, just go for cold. For the sake of doing website, if you want to do a website, then just go for hot, because people are going to access it, right? You don't want to pay for other people to access your data, to access your website. Okay, so tags, I don't think that you need to think around. This is just to track your spendings on Azure. I don't want that. Okay, and then let them review and click on create.
Validation fail. Wait.
Yep.
Or the
Validation fail.
resources. The
Yeah.
resource group.
Yeah, you need to
Permission.
create a resource group. Yes, good. Okay. So for the so you just need to wait for a while. Deployment is in process. Let me just yeah, okay, the deployment is complete. Okay, so just click on go to resources and don't do anything here, okay? Because if you are going to create a container, then it will somehow clash with other resources that the static website is going to use. I have experiences by fixing that, by troubleshooting that kind of problem. But if you have that problem, please feel free to drop in the comment section. All right, so in this portal, okay, you can see many things here, and it is very, very overwhelming for you. If you are a first timer in Azure, you will be overwhelmed. right? Like I myself. I don't know if you guys felt underwhelmed or anything, but if you feel overwhelmed, yes, you are not alone. I'm there too. Yes. And then, but if you want to just create your website, just click on the static website tab here. Okay, scroll down and click on static website. All right. So you see here, we have the option either to disable or enable this. So click on enable. So this will specify your index document name and also error document path. So I have my own example of website web pages here. I have 404.html and also index.html. This is my example, my sample web pages. All right. So I'm going to put in the index document name as index.html. HTML. All right. And error document path as 404.html. .html. All right, good. Sorry. 404. Okay. And then I'm going to click on save. All right, and that's it. And that is how you create your website. All right, you already have your own website here. Copy this to your browser, and then you can, yeah, of course you don't have yet because you don't upload the files online. So how are you going to upload your files online? All right, you need to upload them in the container. So let me show you where to upload. All right, so you can see here in blob service you have containers, right? So click on containers. You will be presented with logs and also web. All right, click on web. This is where you want to upload your website. Okay, so right now we don't have any website yet, right? Okay, because we haven't uploaded our website. So click on the web section and then click on shared access. Sorry, I don't want to click on here first. Click on your storage option, storage account, which is here, Microsoft Storage account. Sorry, storage account. Okay, and then click on web MLSA. Okay, and then you can upload your container by using Open in Explorer. Click on OK. So first of all, you need to download the Azure Storage Explorer before you can upload your website on Azure. All right, but I will show you how. Right now, I have my own Storage Explorer downloaded. If you guys want time to download, then yeah, feel free to download this because I will be uploading all of that by using this thing. All right, let me show you why I don't like to upload my website by using the drag and drop option here. It is just because, let me see, containers, okay, web, okay. So I can't really drag and drop all of these things here. Yep, I can't. Right, and it is a hassle for you guys to upload this one by one. We don't want that. Okay, so I'm using Storage Explorer for the sake of simplicity. Okay, let me show you how. Okay, by clicking on storage account, go back to your storage account, click on your storage account, and then download the Storage Explorer. Okay, and then if you want to connect the Storage Explorer like what I did here is, you can just click on Open Connect dialog. Okay, and you can add your Azure account. But if you don't want to add your Azure account for some reason, you can always use connection string, right? Here you can see that I have various key. We have key 1 and key 2. This is actually for your permission access, right? You want other people to view your website, right? But you don't want them to edit or alter your website. Okay, so this is very, very useful if you guys want to prohibit alteration on your website or website defacing. Okay, so let me show you how we can set up the connection string. Okay, click on the shared access signature and then allow everything if you want to edit your website. Okay, and set on the date, the start date, and also end date. This is just because you want to have a period, some period of time in order to assign them, assign the Azure Storage Explorer some permission interval, right? And then click on generate SAS and connection string, copy the connection string here, and then just click on next here, paste on the connection string, and then it will automatically display our storage account. Click on next and connect. All right, so right now I already have one web MLSA by using SAS, shared access signature. And by using this is actually if you're a web developer, website designer, this is equivalent to FileZilla. All right, so let me go to blob container and click on webs. Okay, of course it is empty for now. All right, let's try to upload all of this by dragging all of this content of this folder to this container. Okay, it is actually transferring all of the data, 69%, and it is completed. All right. Okay, so go back to your Azure portal. Okay, and then go to your container. Where is the container? Okay, click on here, click on containers. Okay, so click on webs. So yeah, all of that is actually inside of the container itself. Okay, and then you want to change the access level to container. Okay, because we want other people to access the file as well, right? So click on OK, and then you just need to refresh the files, refresh the website. See, here is your first website. It is very simple and easy if you guys follow this tutorial one by one or step by step. Okay, so it is very, very simple. Do you have any other questions so far? Yeah, this is my example, my sample web pages. Okay, so it is just that. You just need to copy the URL and then distribute it in your Instagram, distribute it in your Facebook so that other people can view your online portfolio. All right. But if you want to change the domain, I have a separate class for that. If you guys want to maybe stay tuned with me after this, maybe in the next event, I will show you on how to change the domain here by using this, where are storage account, what MLSA, by using this features, Azure CDN and also custom domain. All right, but because we don't have much time right now, it is actually past 3:30. I will just end here. All right, but if you have any other question, you can always ask me. Okay, let me see what else. Blob storage. I think all of this is explained just now. All right, yeah. For blob access tier, we have another option, but this option is actually if you want to archive the data, in which that if you want to host, if you want to store your website, sorry, if you want to host store your data, and then you don't want to see it for some period of time, okay, you can store them at Azure, all right, and they will charge you more low than any other access tier. All right, but if you want to rehydrate the data, you need to pay significant. You need to pay some money in order for you to get back the data, right? Authentication type. I don't think that this is relevant right now. So be aware of the storage pricing too, because we don't want you to be overspending your money on Azure. So if you have any other problems regarding Azure, you can always ask me in my LinkedIn profile and maybe my Instagram account, maybe. Okay, so for those who didn't yet make their Azure account, please do so because you will get 150. I'm sorry. This is the old one. 150 US dollar worth of Azure credits if you cannot pass your student verification from Microsoft. You can just consult with me and I will give you a code so that will be bypassed. All right. And then, yeah, thank you. That is all. All right. If you have any other question, please feel free to voice out. Please open your mic or maybe drop off some comments in the comment sections. Let's give you guys 1 minute to ask me question. Yes, of course, you can have the slide. Of course, of course. We will try to upload this slide after the event ends. So yeah, stay tuned. Any other question?
Still, one question.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, so I already uh, registered my account on Microsoft Azure as a student. So is there a limitation for a student to use the Microsoft Azure service?
Yes, of course. You are given 150 US dollar. You
Okay.
can explore everything by using the cloud credits. For now, you don't have any limitations. All right. After your 150 US dollar ends or expires, those limitation will apply for you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for 150 US dollar per month or just
Yeah.
one time only?
1 month
Per month.
only.
Per
1 month
month.
only. 1 month on
Okay.
1 month only, and after that you will the credits will expire, but you can still use the Azure students benefits in Azure.
Oh, okay.
All right, is that it? Is that all? Is that answer your question?
Yes, sure.
Cool,
Oh,
cool, cool. All
yeah,
right.
and Cesario, I want to talk about like maybe some of you like a bit overwhelming because because it involves a lot of technical things. So what I would suggest you to do is you go to Microsoft Learn. Then if you are really interested in the topic for today, you are free to like explore it by yourself, because we are just here for you to we introduce you something, and you are always free to learn using Microsoft Learn, which is a very good tool for you to have that growth mindset. And yeah, that's all from me.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course. The Microsoft Learn is a free option for you to explore more, to learn more. All right. Okay, so we want to host a photo shoot session. Okay, would you open your camera? We want to take some pictures and report back to Microsoft. So yeah, if you guys free right now, if you guys are free right now, please open up your camera and join our photo shoot session. All right, you guys, come
Where
on.
should I go? Is it?
Huh?
Should I click on the together mode to
Yeah, together mode. Yes, together
together
mode.
mode?
I can
Okay.
see there are a few people
All right. Mm,
who had opened their camera, which is
okay.
good. All right.
Mm,
Okay. Anyone else?
yeah.
Together mode. All right. Cool. 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 There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. All right. 9 people. Mm,
How about others? You're free to,
yeah,
open
you're
up your
free to.
camera.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I
You
don't
won't.
camera on my laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have camera, right?
Okay. Never mind.
It's
I'm
okay.
talking to all of the people who can open up their camera. I can
Yeah.
see many handsome people beautiful people, beautiful lady and handsome guys in the stream. Thank you so much for attending our event. Okay, I hope that I can give you many inputs, beautiful inputs along the ways. All right, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so there is this. Rachel, can you take the picture?
Okay. So I'm going to take it now. So 1,
All right.
2, 3. Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. Let
Okay.
me take my own copy first. All right, that is all. So, the other things that I want to request to you guys is, can you please go to this form, all right, and then complete the form in order for you guys to obtain the certificates for the event. All right. So this Microsoft form will open for about 15 minutes. Okay, and we will not entertain any certificates revision. All right, please enter your first name and last name very carefully, because we don't really do any certificate revisions. And after this, we will send back all of the certificates to Microsoft. All right. Okay, so if you click on this form, let me try to paste this. All right, so you will be redirected to this Microsoft form. Okay, you see here there is this one URL. Click on that URL and then give the feedback to me. Yes, I will receive. I'm. You are free to rate me, and yes, of course, do whatever you want. Okay, and then after that, this is very crucial. Put your exact name. All right, because we want to generate the certificates out of these informations that you have given to me. And also, please ensure that your email address is correct, because we are going to send this email address to the participant via your own email address. Okay, so this one is for GitHub account. You need to have this for, we will verify all this. If you don't click on this link, on this URL, and then complete the survey, I will you will not get any certificates at all right? But yeah, of course, you are free to do so if you don't want to. Okay, and then satisfy, blah blah blah, and then just click on submit. I think that's all. If you don't really want to type in uh, the link, I have a QR code here. Okay, feel free to scan the QR code to receive the certificates. Okay, we are opening Q&A sessions for now. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask us, to bully us.
Hi sir,
Giving
can we have the link for the form?
Okay.
link for the form. Yeah, let me give you this one. All right, already sent. So this is if you want to scan the code. All right, I think that is all. If you have any other question, please feel free to ask us. We are opening like 5-minute windows to entertain your question. May I know what the GitHub URL is for? Rachel?
What do you mean by GitHub URL? I don't really understand the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
So
rephrase the question?
yeah,
Nation.
Maysync, do you mind?
Maybe yeah, they ask for the form,
For the
the feedback form.
Oh, GitHub account. Okay.
Yes.
Why do you want to collect the GitHub username, Rachel?
why do I want to collect the GitHub username? Because I want to make sure that you have followed us along the way. Yeah. So I know that at least you have tried on that thing. Yeah, sorry.
I
Yeah,
already
what-
deleted it.
You already deleted it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, no, it's okay. You
Yeah, yeah.
just
You
do you
can
have
you can just put in the
Yeah.
dash, dash
Sorry?
sign, so that you can just put in dash sign indicating that you don't have a GitHub account.
Yeah, or if you know you want to really do it, you can just create an account now. So yeah,
Because
at
we
least
want
you
to
have
follow
something.
you. We want to
Mm.
follow your repositories, and yeah, maybe possibly we can commit something there.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I accidentally insert my GitHub URL, but not the username.
Oh,
But
never mind.
never mind.
It's
It's
Never mind.
okay.
okay.
We
Okay.
It's
can work
okay.
around. Yes, of
No
course.
problem.
All right, we have this one question from Diana. Which anime Shah likes the most? Of course, I like many anime. Full Metal Alchemist, and right now I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Many things. Maybe Boku no Pico. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Any other question?
Yeah. Any doubts, you are free to voice out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
We
not
can
clear with
discuss.
Azure, you can always come to me and ask any question. All right. Yeah, of course. I want to advertise my LinkedIn profile. Feel free to connect with me. Rachel, if you want to do so.
Yeah, yeah. You
Uh,
go first.
Yep. So yeah. Hey, sorry, that's my bad. All right. So feel free to send a connection request here because I uploaded many things in LinkedIn. I think I'm more active in LinkedIn more than Facebook or Instagram. But feel free to drop. All right. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Feel free to follow me. All right.
Yeah. And
Hey,
those of
Rachel.
you who want to, yeah, you can see my screen. Yeah, this is
Yep.
me. So feel free to connect with me, and I would love to have discussion and learn from all of you. Yeah, and those of you who has a Instagram account, you are free to follow MLSA Malaysia, where we will constantly update the events from time to time. So feel free to follow it.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Okay,
So
so we have other question. Oh, it's not a question. So it's okay if my GitHub account doesn't have GitHub page. Yes, of course, it's
yeah,
okay.
it's
We just want
okay.
to follow you. Yes, just want to follow you and then see what else you do with your GitHub. Yeah, Boku no Pico the best. Yes. All right. Any other questions before we end the session? Because it's close to 4. I'm sorry to take your time. Only almost 1 hour of your time, even though you have many things to do. And thank you so much
Yes.
for coming, for attending our event. We appreciate it so much. We will sure to report many things, many great things about you guys to Microsoft, so that you can learn even more after this. All right. So, but if you don't have any other question, we are going to end the event. So feel free to leave this event. All right. And after this, we will generate your certificates. And after you got your certificates, please tag us in LinkedIn or maybe Instagram so